Welcome back, everyone. Now, this is probably going to be the craziest video we've done. I was reading this morning that the UK government are dimming the sun, and I thought, nah, that can't be real. No, that can't be real. Surely, I live in England, and I was even thinking, man, it's grey every day. It's real. They're dimming the sun in England. This makes me just want to leave, man. I'm not even kidding. But take a look at this. This isn't a conspiracy. They're investing millions and millions and millions into this. But anyway, let's like this video. And let's get it out there so people in England need to see this. Alright? This is crazy.
It's literally life force, God energy, that allows flowers to flourish and powerful trees to grow. It allows us to grow food. It heals and nourishes our bodies and makes pub beer gardens that much sweeter too. So ask yourself then, why would anyone ever want to block out the sun deliberately? What kind of person would want to do that kind of thing? Well, if you ever needed proof that we're led by dangerous, incompetent weirdos, that's what they're planning to do now, here in the UK. British scientists are launching a £40 million government-funded geoengineering experiment to literally test dimming the sun in the name of solving climate change. The government's Advanced Research and Invention Agency, or ARIA, aims to block sunlight reaching the Earth's surface with projects that include spraying aerosols in the atmosphere to make clouds brighter, which will then reflect sunshine. What could go wrong? If successful, ARIA thinks the plan could temporarily reduce surface temperatures, which would then give humans more time to reduce carbon emissions before climate change sends us all to hell. Aerosols would be sprayed into the atmosphere using boats or aeroplanes, which is interestingly a similar process to the one parroted by so-called conspiracy theorists who have been complaining for years about what they call chemtrails in our skies, like these on your screen now. Ah, those pesky conspiracy theorists again. Anyway, leading scientists are now raising the alarm on British plans to block the sun. Raymond Pierre Humbert, a professor of planetary physics at the University of Oxford, said this month that the UK's gamble on solar geoengineering is like using aspirin for cancer. Calling the project barking mad, he went on, since 2021 commentary from ourselves, the situation has grown far worse, with tens of millions of dollars pouring into the scheme, mostly from private donors. Bill Gates was an early backer, and the tech and fintech industries have piled on since. But we never imagined that the UK government itself would be leading the charge into what is almost universally recognised as the most dangerous and destabilising source of research. Field trials that risk developing dangerous technology and paving the way for deployment. Did you catch the name there? Bill Gates. I know many people watching this now will be rolling their eyes at the mention of the Microsoft billionaire once again, but it is an indisputable fact that Gates does have his hands in many controversial cookie jars.
Yeah, I think I'm cooked, everyone. I think I'm cooked. I couldn't believe it when I read this. I was like, no way. I wonder why every time I look out my window and it's just grey every day. I haven't seen the sun in ages, and I really feel like they're just trying to keep everyone down and depressed. This next video is super interesting. I've never seen this before. This is probably the first ever video proving cloud seeding. All right, and if you're still watching, I might RIP my YouTube career showing these videos, but who cares?
Let's see some clouds. Look at this. So I flip this to L2. And then I bring this to 1, and fire. Now look at that. Fire.
I mean, I've never seen this before. I don't know about you guys, but this is the first video I've seen. No wonder it's going viral. But look at that. I want to know what's actually inside those flares. Potassium chloride, sodium chloride, and magnesium. They're doing it in England, of all places. The greyest place on Earth. And they're blocking the sun. Why couldn't they have picked somewhere else? In England, they want to use more solar panel, right? But now they've agreed to blocking the sun. Well, oh man, I'm so confused. Alright, so this is an interesting video. This was spotted yesterday above LA. And look at that. See the tic-tac looking thing? And that's glowing bright. Now, I thought maybe it could be Starlink, but I thought Starlink satellites are in a group. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know. This video's already on 21 million views in a day. So people are still talking about this object right here and what it could be. But if you have any idea, let me know, because I don't know either. But look at that. And it seems to be, it's definitely on the move. But that is very strange, whatever that thing is. Yeah. See, a lot of people are saying that's Three Eye Atlas. And I don't think that is. Definitely not. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. And do you guys not think that we're living in crazy times right now? There's just so much stuff happening in the world. So much stuff happening every day. It's just crazy times. It really is. I won't be surprised if I actually wake up and come in this room to do a video and there's one of those guys actually sat on my chair going, "You're late. You got to report on this, mate."
Y'all, we got fake snow.
Why this shit fake?
Show them again.
Watch this. So this is
Styrofoam
This
pieces.
is styrofoam. Styrofoam.
Oh no.
How are they doing this? And why are they doing this? You know what I mean? That's not snow, mate. That's like the fake snow that you get at Christmas that comes out of those machines. But they're like blowing it all over the country. I mean, we could do some of this in England, actually, because we don't ever get snow. Fair play to you guys. In this video, everyone else gets snow, and I'm getting no sun. So great. Right, just to give you some context of what happened in this video, this guy was filming the incoming tsunami at a place called Kamchatka. And I've probably butchered that name. I don't know where that is. But, man, this guy was lucky, to be fair, because he's on the top of a hill. And that's scary to see this coming in. And how scary Mother Nature is. But this guy was very lucky to be up on this hill at this exact time.
Волны цунами.
No, get the dog, get the dog.
Ё-моё.
Look how high up it's getting. Wow, that's scary. Whoa. Man, get the dog out of there. Look how high up that's gone.
Бочку смыло. С мотором. И с лодкой моей. Все.
I mean, what can you do in a situation like that? When a huge tsunami up, I mean, what can you do? Unless you just get in a helicopter and fly straight up. What a spot to be in, though. Just getting on high ground. That's the only thing you can do in these situations. But it's scary, man. And I live in England. I ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, I've got nothing. No animals here want to kill me. There's no crazy weather events. It's so boring, but that's what I like. I mean, when I visited Australia, and they told me that there were spiders in the toilet they'd sit under the toilet seat, and I couldn't relax. I go outside. Oh, Ben, watch out! Watch out! There's snakes out there. All right, I'll go indoors then. Oh, yeah, there's a spider that sits in the toilet. All right, I'll go for a swim then. Oh, be careful with jellyfish and sharks. Like, you can't get a break, can you? All right, so this is a pretty wild UFO sighting, and this was spotted in England 2 days ago. Alright, not far from where I live. But do you remember that other bright cylinder shape we saw in the sky at the start of this video? This looks like the same object. And this has been deemed a real video. Unedited. This is just straight up. What is that? What is that?
Arwen.
That's crazy. And there's something, if you notice, there's something flashing up here. Hold on. See if I can get it. Wow. Wait, look. There's something flashing above it. I reckon that's a drone watching this. 100%. Because they don't know what it is either. But this object itself is so weird. What is that?
Arwen.
That flashing light's moving again. Oh, and there's another light down there. What was going on there? Wait, was that the camera doing that? Look. Yeah, I think it's the camera. I hope it's the camera. But that is the weirdest looking object I've seen. And it's so mysterious. So the person that uploaded this said that he stepped outside and noticed an extremely bright, completely motionless light in the sky. I watched it for almost 40 minutes and it simply did not move. And people messaged me saying, Ben, how do you upload videos every day? How do you find content every single day? And I'm like, guys, there's so much weird stuff happening in the world. You'd be surprised. I've got my work cut out for me. Because there's just so much weird things happening. It really is. But let me know your thoughts on what that is. I don't know. I don't know. But that's definitely a UFO if we've ever seen one. Right, so I wanted to show you this as well. This was seen in Phoenix only 2 weeks ago. And yeah, it's just not normal. What are these lights? And they're being seen all over the world. I mean, I could show you a video about these lights every day. Alright? It's crazy out there, what's happening.
Why would helicopters be like in a line? It's just wasting gas and fuel. There's nothing really else that flies like that. Like, nobody can do that.
Look at the plane underneath it. You can see the plane.
Planes
Super bright.
Yep.
What is that?
Obviously, if they were missiles, they would be gone by now.
and more pure too. And they're in the front line.
Missiles would be brighter too. That's too bright for it to be.
What are they doing?
What is this kid doing?
Looks like they're creating.
See, they're in a perfect triangle as well, so I wonder if it's one craft or multiple. I mean, it looks like multiple because of this one here, but we've seen the orbs do this, that they stick in a triangle, then they break off.
See them all popping?
There's a light. There's a light again. Sorry to keep pausing it, but look, have you noticed this? Well, not every, but most UFO videos, there's always a little bright light next to it. This is what I mean. The government are watching these things 100%. I think they know about these before we even can film them. And they get up there with their drone to watch them, to study them. I do think that. I don't think it's a coincidence that we keep seeing these little bright lights next to these orbs. But who's flying that drone? We got to talk to him. We got to find him.
What about the symbol? I've seen that before.
Oh, they're changing shape. They're changing shape.
Is that like a plane to the very right of it?
Star to
On the
the
bottom.
No, like to the very right that looks like it's like getting closer.
Wow.
Now they're forming a
To
circle
it.
slash square.
Yeah, what the heck?
The other one just disappeared.
They're just forming symbols. What? What's all that stuff moving around it now? It's like it's not even moving that much. Like those are like, it was just four of them.
Bro, did you just see that?
It looks like those are drones around it. These are moving like drones. Look, the bottom one's 7 feet away.
Oh, they're changing shape again. Look how close. Look how close that drone's getting to him. Man, imagine being the person who's flying that thing, getting that close to these things, man.
That is nothing compared to that.
Yeah, the planes are under it, landing.
You could send this to.
Are you at your house? Can you go outside and look towards the north, east, and see if you
Wow.
can, like, come out of the cemetery?
Are they morphing into one shape? Yeah, a lot of strange stuff happening in our world at the moment. Well, it's not our world, we just live here, but you know, crazy stuff happening. And I know this is quite random, and this point that I want to talk about has nothing to do with the video, but I'm hoping it can help you. And a lot of bad things happen to us in our lives. Bad things have happened to you, bad things have happened to me. But it's better to admit that you walked through the wrong door instead of being in the same room forever. You know what I mean? Sometimes bad things happen to us for better things to happen. And I think I would rather go through pain if it gets me to a better place than being in that same bad place forever. Because not always what is bad leads to bad things. You know, sometimes we go through heartbreak and grief and pain and sadness to get to a better place in our minds, in our hearts. And I've come out of situations in my life where I think, man, this is really difficult. Have I made the right choice? But I'm so glad I walked out of that door because I was in the wrong room instead of staying in that wrong room forever. So remember that if you're going through some hard times or you've been through hard times, because our minds, whenever we go through trauma, our minds go through this strange chemical imbalance where the brain will protect you from your trauma. It's like a response to trauma, that it will try and distract you from your sadness, depression, stuff like that. So you might doom scroll on TikTok for hours, you might drink, you might smoke, you might I don't know, it's called escapism. So I really hope that whoever you are, you take the time to heal those wounds you've got in yourself, because wounds are deep and they can be there for a long time. You know, and people do have scars on their hearts, and I was one of those people that thought, you know what, if I ignore my problems, they'll go away. And I know I'm a young guy, I know some of you are older than me, but I still suffered with something for a long time, and they don't go away. So I hope you make the time for yourself to heal those wounds and try and uplift those roots inside yourself and chase peace. And if you're in a situation that you know deep down is not good for you, then try and build yourself up to the strength to leave and get away from that situation, because it's not worth your peace. It's not worth your mental health, your spiritual health. And sometimes our hearts knows what's best for us, and we choose to ignore it. You know, that feeling you have in your stomach, you know, when something's not right. You know, sometimes we have a choice to listen to it or ignore it. So I hope that if you're struggling or you have struggled, that you take the time to heal. I really do. Because sometimes pain never leaves us. You know, you shouldn't have to learn to live with it. And I wish the best for all of you. And thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you made it to the end, and if my words can help you in any way, let me know. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. See you then.